So we are presenting the radio broadcast of the Hindenburg disaster. I'm Esteban Viola.
I'm Alex Trotter.
I'm Shanik Iswas.
I'm Vinod Batra.
So our audio is from a WLS Radio Chicago broadcast from Herbert Morrison. And in this broadcast, it's a live broadcast of the actual disaster itself, so we can hear the emotion and the... We trimmed the original audio because it was too long.
Well, here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. We're out now outside of the hangar, and what a great sight it is. A thrilling one. It's a marvelous sight coming down out of the sky, pointed directly towards us and towards the mooring mast. The mighty diesel motors just roared, their propellers fighting into the air and soaring him back into a gale-like whirlpool. No wonder this great floating palace can travel through the air at such a speed with these powerful motors behind it. Now, field that we thought active when we first arrived has turned into a moving mass of cooperative action. The landing crews have rushed to the posts and spots, and orders are being passed along, and last-minute preparations are being completed for the moment we have waited for so long. The ship is riding majestically toward us like some great feather, riding as though it was mighty proud of the place it's playing in the world's aviation. The ship is no doubt bustling with activity, as we can see. Orders are shouted to the crew. The passenger public lining the windows looking down our field ahead of us, getting our glimpse of the mooring mast. It's practically standing still now. They've dropped ropes out of the nose of the ship, and it's been taken a hold up down on the field by a number of men. It's starting to rain again. The rain has slacked up a little bit. The back motors of the ship are just holding it just enough to keep it from... It burst into flame. Get it started. It's fighting and it's crashing. It's crashing terrible. Oh my, get out of the way, please. It's bursting into flames and it's falling on the mooring mast, and all the folks with me that this is terrible. This is one of the worst catastrophes in the world. Oh, it's like 400 or 500 feet into the sky, and it's a terrific crash, ladies and gentlemen. The smoke is flames now, and the frame is crashing to the ground, not quite to the mooring mast. All the humanity, all the past is screaming around it. I told you, I can't talk to people in prison around there. I can't talk, ladies and gentlemen. Honest, it's just like a massive smoking wreckage. And everybody can hardly breathe and talk. It's crazy. Maybe I'm sorry. Honestly, I can hardly breathe. I'm going to step inside where I cannot see it. Sorry, that's terrible. Listen, folks, I'm going to have to stop for a minute because I'm on the voice. This is the worst thing I've ever witnessed.
So from this broadcast, you can hear how it went from a calm radio broadcast to a very distressed and emotional time sequence.
And so some background information on the disaster. It occurred on May the 6th in 1937 in Lakehurst, New Jersey. The Zeppelin was coming back from Frankfurt, Germany when it suddenly just caught fire and killed several people. The specific number is 35 out of the 100 passengers, plus one of the crew members who was helping with the landing. It was pretty rainy and windy, and there were lightning storms present at the time, which leads into one of the theories for the crash or the burning of the Zeppelin. And so this disaster marked the end of the era of passenger ships, and though there is no specific cause that's been associated with the burning of the Zeppelin, there are a few theories, which leads into the four main theories of the cause of the ignition of the balloon. The first is sabotage theory. There's several different theories of why, or of sabotage. The first was that someone had planted a bomb on board, which was detonated to hurt the Nazi regime. There had been bomb threats made before the flight, but they ignored them. There was also the theory that a passenger on board started the fire, and they specifically thought it was a man named Joseph Smalla. who went to tend to his dogs unattended by crew members, so they thought he snuck into the gas shaft and set it on fire. There was also the theory that the press organized this disaster for financial gain, and there was also the theory that the Hindenburg was shot down, which is supported by several mysterious footsteps around the site of the crash, and reports of farmers shooting at zeppelins when they pass over their land. And although these theories exist, no evidence of sabotage has ever been found. The bomb theory is kind of like thrown out just because the Hindenburg burned, it didn't explode.
So the next popular theory is static spark theory. This is also the most backed up by evidence and the most widely believed to have occurred. So it's believed that the fire was started due to a static discharge, which was caused by faulty engineering. And this faulty engineering included an outer shell that was poor at conducting electricity. And that's not a good addition when your shell is just full of hydrogen, which is easily ignitable and flammable. So this poor engineering, along with the rain and moisture that was described earlier, led to several areas on this blimp having a potential difference large enough to generate a static discharge that was able to ignite the hydrogen atoms and set the entire airship on fire.
The next theory was the lightning theory, and NASA offered a very simple explanation of the burning of the blimp. So they said that hydrogen was venting out from the blimp and it mixed with oxygen to cause a combustible mixture. However, this theory is furthered by the fact that hydrogen was found venting out. However, there has been this hypothesis is not fully confirmed because witnesses did not observe any lightning during the traveling of the blimp.
The other popular theory is the engine failure theory. The engines the Hindenburg used were propellers. They had two big main ones on the back, like on the photo. And when they want to like make a hard turn, they pump into reverse. But then they thought that maybe when they made a sharp turn, the motor backfired, caused a spark. And since maybe they had leaks, or the other probability was that the outer part of the ship itself could ignite, that spark caused the ship to ignite and burst into flames. So connected to that, they tried to attribute that fire to a specific fuel. So the first one was the fabric doper, who had iron oxide and aluminum, which both could produce a popular ignition-causing agent that's called thermite. Also, there were 200,000 cubic meters of hydrogen gas inside it. So also a small leak could have started everything. The paint also they used had potential for getting on fire, and there's literally no explanation for the rapid ignition. These explanations only attribute the cause to why it actually continued to burn, but not how or why it burned into flames so fast.
So the significance of this event. For one, it was an embarrassment for the Nazis as they tried to flex their engineering prowess here. And it's also marked the end of this kind of airship travel. And in addition, it was impactful for the future of aeronautical transport research, as well as just being a shocking event that people heard live on the radio, in addition to the previous presentation. This and events like this allowed the radio to seem like more of a better way of media than newspaper live.
And so now how it connects to our class themes is part of woven as its oral communication as the radio broadcaster portrays his feelings and feelings of the crowd through changes in emotion, tone, and sudden shock. It's electronic communication as he communicates through a radio broadcast, and it's written as a radio transcript for this. The background noises of the people screaming are part of the overall soundscape and add to the emotion. The voice of the presenter transmits the feelings in an accurate way. Everyone was very tense at the moment. And in an analog versus digital argument, we say that the radio waves transmitted on an analog medium. And we see, because of this, the news of the disaster spread immediately.
Any references?
Give him a round of applause.